Everybody's tolerance level is not the same. You're not the unicorn that you think you are. I treat myself to a nice lunch. Why can't I get relief now? Wear your clothes instead of hiding behind them. Because if you're not going to do it, nobody else is going to do it for you. Did we just agree that women should suffer in silence? Because I'm done being a warrior for survival. What's up, ladies? My name is Rosie, and I make content to build women over 40 confidence so that they can be comfortable in their own skin and live their best life. Let's do this. Say What Now is a series I created for us women over 40 where I find random topics, and it's basically for us to give our feedback, for you to hear my feedback, and also for awareness of what other women are going through. So let's get to it. The story is, I just need an opportunity to rant as I am so angry right now. Women are bloody warriors, and I am sick of it. The expectation to tough things out has brought on a blind rage. I was thinking about my own experience over the last 2 years. Multiple visits to gynecologists to have my inside scraped out with a wire brush, my cervix brutalized with a hole punch, and eventually seared like a piece of meat. All with no pain relief. God forbid they give you Valium or anything to make it more tolerable, because didn't you know it's addictive? Multiple visits to the GP where you get an appointment only to be dismissed, referred to other services with an appointment scheduled for July-September 2044. Misdiagnosed, given antidepressants like Sweeties, but having to fight for HRT. Being stuck with a needle multiple times just to be told blood tests aren't really worth any F anyway. Being fortunate enough to go private and eventually being diagnosed with PMDD. And do you know what? In the grand scheme of things, I don't actually have it that bad, and I'm grateful for it. But I know so many other women that have it far worse, who are going through their own version of hell or have been through it, and every single one of us is expected to just carry on regardless. The audacity of men just walking around with their stable hormones, complaining about wearing condoms because, heaven forbid, they lost full sensation for what will ultimately be 2 minutes. Having a finger shoved up their butt after 50 years of existence. Being given gold star treatment and all the pain meds for getting a vasectomy, and just generally being taken more seriously when it comes to pain and health. Before anyone comes for me, I do appreciate that it's not every man. Just F this. Periods, endo, PCOS, PMDD, pap smears, lumpy tits, mammograms, peri, menopause, childbirth, pregnancies, UTIs, dry bits, sore bits, sweaty bits, all of it. F it all. I feel her frustration. So let's for a minute talk about the strong woman trap. I have had a doctor, actually a female doctor, downplay how bad a procedure was. And during that procedure, I wanted to get up off that table and gut punch her because she lied. I don't know if it was intentional, but you should set the expectations, right? Everybody's tolerance level is not the same. And, for her to say, oh, it's a cakewalk, and it actually wasn't, was a slap in my face. And it made me mad because now I don't trust you no more. I don't know what type of body she had or the type of body that other patients may have had. But like I said, she needs to definitely, and I told her exactly what I'm saying here, that it was painful for me and she should not tell someone that next time. But the thing is, that's very frustrating, is that we are praised for pushing through. When we reach our breaking point, we are often looked at like we are crazy, but we are not. That's why it's just so important for us to advocate for ourselves. Like, if something is not right, you should speak up. And if they tell you that you can't get, something right now, and you really feel that that will help your symptoms, you definitely need to get a second opinion, get a third opinion, and don't go back to that doctor. That is the thing. I have been fortunate to have some bad doctors, and I've been fortunate enough to have, doctors that actually care. And when you say that you are experiencing something, they actually try to get to the bottom of it. And that is the type of doctors that you need in your corner. Medical gaslighting and dismissal. The pain we endure without adequate care is crazy. I've also had a similar experience with this where, they give you something, but they don't wait for it to take effect before they, go along with the procedure, right? And that's mostly I've experienced with my gynecologist, right? I ain't gonna feel this until I'm in my car going home. So why are you even giving it to me, right? All of this, anytime I go to the gynecologist, it's an uncomfortable feeling for me. I often compare it to when I go to my eye doctor. Like, I have to get my eyes dilated, but they wait. I have to literally get my eyes dilated, leave up out of that room and go to another room and wait, in a dimly lit room until I am ready, and then they bring me back. Oftentimes, you just think that it's just you. But that's why I like bringing these Say What Now, and talking to other women, because you find that you're not the unicorn that you think you are. That other women experience these things and they really need to be discussed. And it's sad that, it's normal that anytime I go to the, gynecologist, and that's just because, like I said before, it's so uncomfortable, I treat myself afterwards, right? I mean, it could just be for a regular, visit, like normal. Because it's just like, oh God, I treat myself to a nice lunch because it's just always something. But I go. I ain't missing it though. I'm going. If anything wrong with me, I want to know. But the emotional toll that, it has to play on us women to be consistently dismissed, or just saying now that, we are in perimenopause and menopause, that is just your hormones and just send you on the way, it's just not going to cut it. The amount of times I hear, as I continuously educate myself about perimenopause, about, all of our issues and symptoms, and just trying to be an advocate to help, us women, it's crazy. When women are trying to get the HRT and doctors are constantly denying them, telling them that they have to wait until, they stop menstruating, but you are experiencing all of these symptoms now, it's bonkers. Like, why can't I get relief now if that's what I choose to do? And just to have to, like I said, continuously fight when your body isn't right, it has to be, something really has to be done about that. The hidden cost of just carrying on. What pretending to be fine costs us emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It actually costs us a lot. because we are not ourselves. And when you are not yourself, you cannot do the things that you want or normally do. Why? Because you have low energy. We continue to push through, but we are not really living our lives to the fullest because we're actually tired. And how many of us mistake coping with whatever we're dealing with being healed? I know I have done that before, but again, that's why I keep talking about advocating for yourself. Because if you're not going to do it, nobody else is going to do it for you. She also talked about like the comparison and her rage against that. I know for a fact, no man I know can walk a mile in a woman's shoes or even want to, right? Even when you see them participating in those stupid experiments, like one of them I saw is with a man putting on a little contraction, and he experiences contractions supposedly. He couldn't handle it. But yet, these same men are passing laws about what we can do with our bodies. The shift from anger to empowerment. Her rage is valid, but we need to turn that rage into motivation. We can't control or change the system overnight, but we can reclaim how we treat ourselves and how we allow them to treat us. If you are tired of pushing through and suffering in silence, and you want to build your confidence and self-acceptance so that you can tune out your inner critic and speak to yourself like you have some sense, wear your clothes instead of hiding behind them. Look in the mirror and not just see those extra pounds around your thighs and belly. Feel good about yourself now and not when you lose the weight. And just be normal. If so, book a call now to learn how to work with me. Well, that's all I have. As I always leave you, I want you to get out and live your life to the fullest. Because why? We only have 20 to 30 good summers left, and we are not going to waste them. Until next time, bye-bye.